This is some crazy stuff to me. So if you never heard of a parasocial relationship, a parasocial relationship is when you are in a relationship and the other person don't have no clue you exist. In other words, when you are such a fan of a team, that team don't even know you exist. And you defend that team like it's your life dependent on it. She has to fix the picture. We can't see the whole definition. Can you adjust the Bree?
I can try to. You need me to zoom out?
Yeah, I'm gonna zoom out. I want you guys to see this. She gonna fix it for you. I want you guys to see this. It's called a parasocial relationship. It gets down to what it really boils down to is you don't have enough. You don't have real life relationships, enough real life relationships. And so what you do is you stick yourself on a relationship that doesn't even exist. It's not even a real relationship, and that's what creates you to be a fanatic to the point to where you can't even understand that nobody's attacking you personally when they tell you something bad about a player or a team. They're not attacking you, but you feel like they're attacking you because you feel like you are in a relationship with that team or that player. Now I know this is some deep shit. But you got to hear this because a lot of you guys that come to my show who are on my panel, you're like this. This is how you are. You guys literally dislike me because I actually tell you something negative or something that you probably need to hear about your team, and you feel like it's a personal attack on you because you feel like you're in a relationship with that team or that player. This is some insane shit. Right, Dave. This is some really, really bad stuff. Now, I know this is kind of unusual what you see on TikTok, but I'm just trying to get you guys to understand. When you get enraged about a team or about a player, something's wrong with you. I mean, I just don't understand. I see you, Bree. All right, this is called a parasocial relationship. Now my wife is going to get her master's in psychotherapy. So this is who brought me to this. Because my wife listens to my show. And when she's listening to my show, she's telling me some of those people have real issues. They don't have enough personal, meaningful relationships in their life to the point where they just stick themselves to a football team or a celebrity and they create a parasocial relationship with that person, and that person has no idea they exist. I mean, and I'm saying to myself, this is some crazy shit. I mean, like case in point, I relate my favorite NFL teams to actual relationships. Laugh out loud. I'm like, do y'all not see this being disturbing? This is disturbing to me. Dave said young people call it stand culture. I'm just, and Dave, I appreciate some of the comments that you're saying in there. I'm just trying to get you guys. It's extremely disturbing. It is. So I'm beyond talking about football at this moment. I'm going to talk about some stuff that's going on in the NFL. You know I'm gonna do that. But this shit right here is crazy. I mean, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Y'all can reach out to Jalen and tell Jalen, man, look, let's talk on a personal basis because something's not right. Something's not right. Do you understand? I heard this guy was on his show crying when the Green Bay Packers lost. Now, I wasn't there. I don't know. But you're crying because the team lost and you're a grown man. That's crazy to me. You call your quarterback Pookie? Guys, do y'all understand how crazy this shit is? You call your quarterback Pookie, you got pet names for your quarterback. How in the hell is this healthy? I'm going to bring up, like, look, guys, I'm going to bring up a panel, but I want a panel of kind of some older guys who can kind of relate to what I'm saying, because this is some different type of shit. I mean, this is different. This is something that I want you guys to really, really help me out with, because I'm telling you, and for all the younger guys that are coming up, all the younger guys that are in the queue, hold on for a second. I'm bringing up older guys because I think older guys can relate to what I'm saying.
No, I definitely do. I definitely understand it. I ain't gonna lie to you, Swag. I ain't never went as far as crying or nothing like that. I ain't never did that. But I used to be really into the Niners, like really hard. I would go hard and all the things. And somebody did exactly what you did right now. And told me exactly the definition of this right here that you just put up. And when I read it, I was like, damn, I didn't know I was that far deep.
You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of people even know that. But I kind of listen, Callie, hold on for a second, because last night, and Tim and Coach Common, I called you last night. This is what I was calling you about, because this is a deeper thing than just sports and football. Like, this is crazy shit to me. But now that I understand and I realize this is bigger than I thought. Let me just share this with y'all. Then I'm gonna let Tim and Coach Common talk. Callie, just hold on. Let me just share this with y'all first. All right. Every show I have, what's up, bro? Coach Common, I gotta meet you. Every show that I have, my wife listens to it. My wife is 3 months away from getting her master's in psychotherapy. Every show I have, she listens to. And every show, when I get off the show, she said, why are you arguing with those people? Something is not right about them when they cannot take criticism or constructive criticism about their team or a player. She said, I'm telling you, baby, they're parasocial. And I was like, I don't know what that means. You're speaking in terms that I don't know anything about. She said, no, baby. And she would call out names. Like, this is this person. And she would hear me talking to certain people. She was like, I'm telling you, they have issues in their outside life. And they come on social media, and they have a platform to just spew it all over you and everybody else. She said, when you watch a football game, I watch you. You go from football game to football game. You're coming out or your man cave talking about, oh man, this is an exciting game. She said, they're not doing that. She said, when they're watching their team, they're literally biting their nails, crying. They're getting excited. They're breaking stuff. They're doing this, she said, because they feel like they're in a relationship with that team. Like that, she said, so to them, they're breaking their heart when they're not playing well. Their heart is breaking. Tim, do you hear me what I'm saying? Do you hear what I'm talking about?
I do, and I understand what a parasocial personality is. That's not the case with this guy. I know exactly what his issue is, and I've talked to a few people about this to explain. So his age group, or that age group, who's roughly in their early to mid-20s, okay, they were the swing from standard television on when most of us grow up to the boom in 2015, 2016 of the YouTube personalities. This was the origin. This is where your Logan Pauls and Jake Pauls and all these guys originated from. The thing was, back in those days, if you watch early videos, it didn't matter how they got people to consume their content. They would be as drastic and over the top as possible. So if you look at younger guys who are 25, they were 15 when this happened. They saw that as a mode. It's the same idea as when radio hosts tried to mimic what Howard Stern did in the 80s and 90s. It's the same exact thing. There's a group of ages coming up now. And luckily, like, I had my son young, so he was doing his internet stuff through the 2000s or trying to learn about it. So I got to see it from a more adult perspective, but I was still young, so I understood the content, or I understood what they were trying to do. There is personalities who are parasocial on here. You've had some on your panel, and they go dramatic. This guy's not one of them, because Coach Common has talked to him and other guys. He wants to do anything in his power whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, to get clicks, views, and follows. That is a mentality that in the early teens of YouTube, that was a mentality of being over the top, getting anything. You see Logan Paul now, go watch one of his early videos. Over dramatized, over everything, over the top. It was to do whatever in your power to get clicks, views, or somebody to consume your content. This individual that you're talking about, the few topics that you brought up, I'm not even going to say his name, but I know who you're talking about. The few times that I've been on, I went, when they lost, I went to a show, and I'm like, this is all bullshit. If you didn't get a chance to catch it, it was all bullshit. Because he brought up, there's 130 of you watching right now, watching my demise. Why would you say that? If you were that distraught, you're not looking up in the top right corner. If you're that concerned, no. But somebody's up there going, that's me going, oh my God, there's 48 people stressing about what I'm saying right at this moment. No, it's not. It's this generation that's from the ages of 20 to maybe even 30, depending on where their mental state was at that time when this swing happened, that they think this is a productive way to build their narrative. Good, bad, or indifferent. Because Coach can say it. When he had a situation previously with MMP, Coach went, he's like, I could care less. He said straight to him, I could care less because I'm in your head, because you're talking about me, because you're bringing me on the panel. So there is parasocial personalities, 100%. This isn't one of them. This isn't one of them.
I'm glad you shared that with me. Because here's the thing. I know for a fact, Tim. I know for a fact I have parasocial people on my panels. I have parasocial, not right now. I'm just talking about in general. And I have people on my shows that are parasocial. It kind of goes to show. It kind of goes hand in hand. whether I'm talking negative or positive about their team, they're 100% engaged. And the minute I stop talking about their team, they're gone. Because that's all they want to hear about is what I consider, and I'm just using this term, their girlfriend. Everybody likes to hear something good about your girlfriend. Nobody wants to hear anything bad about it. I guarantee you that. I mean, Coach Coleman, you were there last night. I called you last night because honestly, to be honest with y'all guys, I gotta just say, Callie, Tim, Coach, Namu, all you guys that are on here, I'm concerned about this. I am, and I'm concerned. Like, I mean, y'all don't understand how much my wife tells me, honey, you cannot. This person is not stable. They're not. You don't understand. So she took me to a video, and she showed me the video of all these guys breaking their TVs when their team lost. Right?
Oh yeah,
breaking the TVs and throwing their TVs out the house. She said, "You see what I'm talking about?" To them, they just got their heart broke by their girlfriend or their wife or their something. That's how they feel because they feel like they're in a relationship. Coach Coleman, you here?
Yes, sir.
I hate I didn't get a chance to talk to you last night, but that's what I was calling you.
Yeah, now I was on pop-up duty, so I usually put the phone on the charger and I just, I'm focused on her when I'm in that mode. That's why I didn't hear the phone ring.
What do you have on this say? Because Tim brought up a great point. I mean, he brought up a great point.
Here's the thing, right? We all know who this guy is, man. Listen, we all know who he is. And just like Tim said, I've had a situation like, listen, I'm gonna tell you, he's not only is he what's the term?
Parasocial.
Yeah, parasocial. But we have to understand this. That people come to virtuality, which is social media, right? They come to they come to virtuality, and they create a character in virtuality that they are not able to be in their reality. You see what I'm saying? So see on virtuality, I can be fucking Captain America on virtuality. Why? I'm in the comfort of my home. I'm in the comfort of my car. I'm thousands of miles away from you. I'm not gonna see you. You can't see me. I can say what I want. I can do what I want. I can be whoever I want. All of that when I'm on virtuality. And the reason I can do that on virtuality, and the reason most of the time, the reason I do that on virtuality, because I do not have the self-confidence in myself, in my reality, to be this person. You see what I'm saying? So that's when you get all the tough guys and everybody wants to be gangsterlicious and everybody, you know what I mean? Everybody's thugnificent on virtuality, on TikTok. But I've always said this, Swag, and I'm going to continue to say this. If you take, and not just in the sports world, if you take that these conversations and on these panels that you hear or that you see on TikTok, okay, and you take those panels and you arrange for everybody who's on that panel to meet up and all sit at a round table and all be face to face with each other, that's a completely different conversation. Why? Because I'm right in front of you now. I'm right in front of you now. I'm not going to call you no dumb dickhead, whatever motherfucker. I'm not going to do that. Why? Because I don't know if you'll get up out your chair, walk around the table, and slap the shit out of me. So therefore, I'm not going to say that. Because in reality, I don't want to fight you. I'm not even a tough guy. But in virtuality, which is social media, I can be whoever the fuck I want to be. I can be whoever I want to be on this app. Like you hear these guys, like you see some of these lives, and one is a telltale sign is when you when you hear this. This is my first and foremost thing when I hear this. Yo, dog, you not gonna come in my live. Think you gonna do this, that, and the third in my live. This is my live. I run this live. This is my live. When they beat their chest about hosting a panel, what is you beating your chest for about hosting a panel, dog? Anybody that got 50 followers now can host a fucking panel. Why are you beating your chest about hosting a panel right now? But see, here's the thing. That's all they have, because they have the control and power of that live. They don't have that control and power in their realities. In their realities, their wife says, turn the TV off, come in here and cuddle with me. He says, okay, honey, I'm coming. And they just cut the TV off and they run to the bedroom. like that's what they do. Like that's what they do. That's what they do. In their reality, that's who they are. So they have to come to virtuality and become Hulk Hogan to make themselves feel better.
Right.
Because listen, I can guarantee you, dog. I guarantee you, half of these thugnificent gangsterlicious people you hear on this app are quiet as church mouses in their reality, dog. They're quiet as church mice. They're as quiet as church mice in their reality. That's why I take what they say with a grain of salt. That's why I don't pay it no mind, because I know who I am. So I don't have to say, man, I will do that. I ain't gotta say all that. Why? Because you're 500 miles away from me. You're not important enough to be in my life for me to fucking catch a flight to come see you. You're not. You feel me? You're not. I got way more important things. I got way more important things to worry about than that. Okay? So I'm not catching no flight to come see you. You know what I'm saying? And if I did catch a flight to come see you, when I knock on your door, you're gonna call the police.
Right.
Yeah, you ain't even answering the door.
Yeah, you're not even gonna answer the door. You're gonna call the police and say a big bad man is outside beating on my door like the big bad wolf. Like, and I know this, and I know this. Why? Because I've had the life experience to see and see right through you. So that's why I don't pay him no mind. That's why I take it with a grain of salt. But to Tim said, to the person we're referring to, that's exactly why he does it. He does it for likes, clicks, and bait. He don't mean nothing he says. He really doesn't. He really doesn't. And he's not gangsterlicious or thugnificent at all.
You can tell he don't mean anything he say, because he made, we got a video posted by A-Train out of NMP Not Move Podcast that he made after he made a wager with Southgate upon just changing your name. And it's not like, you can't make it up. You can't force anybody to do it. You know what I mean? It's your own word. But if you can't trust a man by their own word just to change their name on TikTok on their original account, like the rules are plain and simple. You can't, man, bro. You can't trust that man alive.
I totally agree. But JB, you heard everybody. Oh, wait. First of all, Antoine, you were trying to say something to Coach. You had to ask him. We wanted to ask him a question.
When I was referring to what he was saying, see,
I've gotten a lot of invites to these podcasts and to these same casts that coach is talking about, where these fellas get out in their feelings, you know, and I just have to refrain and ask the people that's inviting me, please refrain from inviting me back to any of these podcasts, because see, that's not what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna sit here and get in my feelings behind no team, you know. Yeah, I do rep a team, but I rep the NFL. That's what I rep.
But see, but here's
Antoine, I support that 100% because I get the same opportunities. And Swag can attest. I've been on most of these guys' lives. I've been on everybody's here. When we're having a logical conversation, you have my full attention. As soon as I see drama, I never wanted to be on Jerry Springer. I never wanted to do any of this shit. Like, as soon as I see that, I'm like, okay, I'm out. And I just leave.
Yeah.
I just leave. I'm just like, I'm good.
I did.
Because the same person I am on here.
I left about 6 or 7 of them yesterday like that, man. I'm like, he kept on inviting me. I'm like, and I just had to tell him, like, hey, look, stop inviting me to these podcasts, man, because these dudes just want, and half of these dudes that's on these podcasts, their team is on the couch in Cancun somewhere, chilling. I'm like, y'all doing the most for no reason. Like,
my big thing, Antoine, is people get shocked when I invite them to places I'm going to be, because I'm not a different person on here than I am in real life. So if I think that I've made a connection with you enough that I think you're a normal person as well,
right,
I'm gonna not have a parasocial personality. I'm gonna say swing through, and I invite people. I've told hundreds of people, like, listen, I go to every Eagles game. This is where I post up. Come on over, have a conversation. I'll get you food. I'll get you a drink. Like, I'm not even blowing smoke. And to Coach's point, there's some people that talk a big talk, like, oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna be there. Nope, no call, no show.
Right.
And then the people that might be quiet pop off.
Trust, yeah.
The thing is, JB, I want to hear your take on this, man, because I almost called you last night, but I get in these kind of moods, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna call JB about that. I mean, like, literally, to me, and this is crazy. It concerns me about them. Like, I can't do anything about them. I don't know them, but it still concerns me, because here's what I'm thinking to myself. That means that I have to. This is what my wife been telling me. You have to understand. I need you to keep yourself professional, because you don't know how close to the cliff these motherfuckers are. You don't know. She said, and I'm like, this is it. I'm telling y'all, I'm being honest. This was an argument between me and her, and I'm like, what are you talking about? I run a sports show. I'm gonna tell you what I believe or what I see. I'm not. I said, I can't worry about your feelings. I said, I can't. She said, but you don't understand. She said, but you don't understand. Some of these people are closer to the cliff than you even can imagine. And we sit there, and she showed me. Let me show you something. So I'm concerned about these people, and I don't want to be. So JB, that's why I didn't call you, because I was like, I don't know. I don't even know if JB want to see this side of me, because I'm really concerned about these people. Like, I really am. I gotta watch what I say now. Watch what I do. All because these people are not fucking stable. You're not stable. Like, you don't have another life outside of coming on TikTok talking about goddamn sports. Like,
let's be honest, Swag. The world itself is crazy. Let's just be honest. The world itself is crazy. But the people that are so deep, like you said, into sports and can't distinguish, like Coach was saying, can't distinguish the virtual reality and the actual reality, those are the ones that you got to distance yourself. You got to step away from them completely, because those people are the ones that will show up at your crib and find out where you stay. And, we already know what happens after that. So those are the ones you got to watch.
Hey, yo, look, I'm going to say this. There's 2 movies. If you want to understand what Swag is talking about, there's 2 movies you can watch. We'll tell you completely who they are.
You're going to beat me
Misery.
to have Robert
if you watch Misery and go watch Swim Fan, that's what Jalen is. Go watch those 2 movies.
And then also, Coach, The Fan with Robert De Niro and Wesley Snipes. Fan. That is definition.
Go watch those joints. Those joints will explain to you exactly who these TikTok gangsterlicious thugnificent people are.
So I want to. The first person I was able to talk to last night was Brianna. Brianna was like, "Damn, Swag, I know a little bit about this."
Yeah.
And Brianna, tell them what you told me when you read. You said, "I know a little bit about this." Tell me what you said. Do you remember what you said?
Not really.
You was telling me. I think your comment was, Swag, this is real. Something like that. Like, in other words,
Well,
don't take this shit lightly. In other words, something like it.
yeah, well, like I'm into true crime, so people get very invested in that sector. They get very invested in like the victims and the criminals, and they follow them to jail, and they write them letters. Like they just get too intertwined. It's like you don't know these people.
That's disturbing. I don't care what nobody say. Y'all better hear this. I got
See, but-
some people watching. Y'all better hear what I'm saying.
Swag, you
Hey,
brought
yo,
up a great
I'll
point.
give you
It's
a
not
prime
just
example.
sports. It's
No,
not
not
just
just
sports.
sports. I'll give you a prime example.
Yes.
I'll give you a prime example. So I'm going to cut you off, Tim. I had one more example, right? Because I had to do this, and I got in an argument with a barber in the barbershop when all the Bill Cosby thing went on, right? When the Bill Cosby thing went on. And I had to tell everybody, I said, yo, hold on. I said, hold on. I said, Cliff Huxtable did not get arrested. See, y'all think that
Right.
Bill Cosby is Cliff Huxtable. Cliff Huxtable was a character. Bill, you don't know Bill Cosby from Space
Thank
Race.
you.
You think everybody's thinking, you think that Cliff Huxtable is the one they're accusing. This beloved father figure that was like the best father, that was somebody that Time magazine named him Father of the Year because of his TV show and all this other crap. And you're sitting here talking about, oh, I can't believe that about Bill Cosby. You don't know Bill Cosby. You think Cliff Huxtable.
Exactly.
You think Cliff Huxtable got arrested. And
Exactly.
Cliff Huxtable did not get arrested. Bill Cosby got arrested. And you don't know Bill Cosby.
Exactly.
Fat Albert. For everybody who joined the show, what we're talking about is parasocial relationships equated to sports. In other words, there's so many people on social media, on TikTok, that literally have issues when you say something about their team or a player, to the point to where they want to either fight you, kill you, unfollow you, unalive you, unfollow you, all kinds of stuff, and say you don't know that, you don't know that. Swag is a piece of shit. He don't know nothing because I said Jordan Love fucking sucked in the fourth quarter. That's what I said, because he did. He scored one goddamn touchdown drive. He drove down to the field goal range, and when they needed him the most, he fucking choked. And that's what I saw. That's what I said. Now, it doesn't matter.
Hey, Swag, and another point is to it. Hey, Swag, another point is you can tell that they need this virtuality, that they need to be in this virtuality, and they don't have the power in their reality. Because I'm a good now. Hear me very well on this. Some of these people feel as though they have achieved something by blocking you. Like, I give a fuck about you blocking me. Like, yo, no, they really think they did something to harm me by blocking me on TikTok.
That's doing me a favor.
I don't give a fuck about you blocking me.
Yeah,
are you serious?
I think it's great you guys are talking about this, especially with the certain individual we're referencing. I had a bunch of people come up to me and go, "Hey, there's another account, Moose, with your name on it." I'm like, "What the hell's that?" And they're showing it to me. It says The Real Mooses, and it has one of my logos on it. Come to find out, it's the gentleman we're talking about.
This is what
That's what he's talking about. That's what. Oh my God.
I mean, some people just need to understand. They just need to not take this seriously. This is the opposite of the way of just.
And I'm just like, and so I'm telling when people know who I am compared to him, so they know it's fake. That was brought to my attention. I'm like, wow, I'm really in this guy. This guy's worried about me, that he has to make a fake account. You know what I mean?
You know what, Moose? I know that happens, but I know it happened to Cody. somebody made a fake account with Cody's picture on it, not knowing anything about Cody's personal life, because we were talking about football.
So Chief.
I hadn't let JB talk here. JB, what do you think about it? I swear I almost called you last night with this. I swear I did. I mean, but I said, you know what? I just do.
I'm kind of upset I ain't answer the phone now, Swag.
Man, this is crazy. I mean, I'm not really like surprised though. Like I said, you can tell. I look at character. I mean, I've been down. I've done time, and so I look at character and judge character a little bit. Like I can see it, right? And I mean, it's obviously. I mean, if you can't, I mean, like if you make something like a wager, you can't, pay, and then like I don't know, dude's just weird, bro. Dude's just weird. Dude's got some problems, and
maybe it's more than just him. I mean, he's a subject right now, but he's more than just him.
Trust me.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of
people like I let someone up on my panel yesterday that I hadn't seen before, which I really don't like to do. So I kind of keep my finger on the trigger, that disconnect trigger, while they're talking.
Yeah.
And he felt like, because I said I don't agree that Drake May is better than Patrick Mahomes, he started threatening my child. Disconnect and block. Like, you're weird.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
This is where restrictions should be, where you don't bring people. Yeah, this is where you don't bring people's family, friends, or anyone involved in this.
Absolutely not. And that's what I'm talking about, by people being unstable to the point where they look you up or try to find your address, because we have the freedom of information, so you can easily find somebody and you do something to somebody. Like, this is crazy over sports.
Rage baiting is real.
Are you serious?
The rage bait for these situations is just getting too far. It's really getting too far.
And there's been a lot of good points brought up here. There's been a lot of good points, like with I do a character. We all know that, but I'm out. Like Tim knows. I saw Tim this Sunday out at the tailgate. We're out there. We're doing our thing, but there's also real life. I have a real job. I have real problems. I have a real family.
Right.
Yes, sir.
And to get all irritated on and try to be a different type of person, like I said, but Coach said, reality and virtuality. See, when you see me on here, I'll talk football, Swag. I'll talk football logically, but I have my character, and my character's out and about in public. But I also got to distinguish the two, between my real life and that. And it's all for fun. Really, it's all, at the end of the day, it's for fun, So the people that take it too serious.
I'm so happy you said that, Moose. Y'all hear me out. Tim, this. You didn't talk to me on the phone before. JB didn't talk to me on the phone before. Coach Carmen didn't talk to me on the phone before. Me and Brianna talk a lot. Like that, it's a lot. King Safe, I talk to a lot. Almighty, I talk to a lot. This is who I am. It's nothing. I'm no character. The way I am on my social media is the way I am. It's just. I never want to.
Hey, Swag. My dad said, "Hey, listen, my dad said, because you said this is who I am." It's so funny because my father always said, "You might as well be yourself because everyone else is taken."
Right. I mean, like I'm just telling you.
There we go.
What you see is what you get. Now, I may say some things off camera that I wouldn't say on my show, but I'm gonna tell you, I am who I am. Like, and here's the crazy thing about it. So when I see people attack me, whatever way they're attacking me, that I'm gonna be who I am. I don't know how to say, you know what? I'm gonna be a professional about this, and I'm gonna let this pass. No,
Swag. Haven't I told you that since the first time I met you?
Right.
I preach to Brianna. I preach to everybody. This is online. This isn't real world. Like, I understand some people touched on the base. Some people touched on base that, yes, individuals can find you. Individuals can try and track you down. Majority of the individuals that are on here are not going to go to that succession. They are not going to attempt to locate you. Now, if somebody does, that's a scary thought. But that's also the same thing in real life. If the person's not wired the right way, you could walk down the street and have the same interaction. It doesn't matter if it's on here or if it's someplace else. I mean, for this point, as far as people, I don't have a character. I have a hobby in my life that involves my sports team, and I'm very involved in that. And I get a lot of fun pieces out of that. I get to do a lot of enjoyable activities out of that. But I was at a birthday party for a real close friend the other day, and I went in there, and the amount of people that were like, "So I see what's going on with such and such, with this and this in your pod," and I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Well, how are you?" I don't understand how people don't realize like that's not who I am. It's a hobby, and I could talk to you about it, but they kind of almost seem shocked when that's not all I want to talk about. Like that's not everything I want to discuss with you.
But also, Swag, on top of that, we come from a different generation. You know what I'm saying? Where we come from the generation of we didn't have no filter. You know what I'm saying? Like we could, even on watching TV, everything, there was no filter on the things that we watched and the things that everything we heard, everything that was going on around us as kids and different things, there was no filter. We didn't care. Nobody cared if your feelings got hurt. You know what I'm saying? Nobody cared. You know what I'm saying? If you were a big person, you was big. If your lips was big, you was big. You had big lips. Nobody cared. But see, we got this generation of children that sit around and are so self-absorbed and so like, oh my God, this is this and this is that. And like going back to the football thing, like, how are you so that invested to the point where you can't see where up is down and down is up? Like, you can't be that invested.
Like, for instance, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I can get it. You can get heated over a disagreement about real life stuff. But when you get heated, I'm talking about to the point of where you can't say it's all in fun when it's over.
Right.
And you get so heated to the point where I don't like you. I don't like him. I don't like him. I don't like him. You know what? I can't stand him because he said something bad about my team. Like that's crazy to me. Now the funny thing about it is, Gridiron, I'm gonna let you in here because you were younger. I want you to hear what we're saying. What do you think about that?
So I'm kind of in the same boat with y'all, whereas it's a personality, that you put on for like TikTok and for entertainment purposes. But at the same time, I kind of agree with like you and Callie and Coach is like, people need to like learn that what they act like on the internet isn't what they are in real life.
It's great. King like, stop spamming me, Dad. This, y'all, King says my dude. Drake man.
I understand. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, like there's plenty of people who haven't been punched in the mouth. And
yes.
Say it again for the people that didn't hear you back.
And you know who they didn't get punched in the mouth first? By the goddamn parents. Pardon my language. I don't know what fuss on here. But my kids know what fear is because I don't hurt my children. I don't. But guess what? They fuck around, they're gonna find out.
Exactly.
Well, and that's the thing. And that's the thing. Back in the day, man, we paid the price. If we met, I'll tell you, man, the games weren't played. We tried, and we paid the price. You know.
The funny thing about it is, I remember a day when I was 17 years old. I will never forget this day. I was 16, and my cousin was 17. My cousin was very flippant to lip. My grandmother was taking us to the grocery store. My grandmother is driving. My cousin is in the back seat. I'm in the passenger side. And my grandmother tells my cousin, if you don't shut up, I'm going to hit you so hard, your mother is going to feel it in Texas. I never forget it. And my cousin wouldn't shut up. And without even blinking an eye, I watched my grandmother take her fist and just do this. Whop, right in the mouth. And the blood, my cousin, blood just splat. And my cousin is sitting there, she said, now you got a busted lip, and maybe that'll keep you from opening your mouth. And I never forget when my grandmother parked at the grocery store, I turned around and I said, You should have just shut up. And my cousin said, I'll shut up. I'll shut up from now on.
He learned.
Yeah.
You learn. You fuck around and find out. Like,
of these youngsters that be talking that mess and go back into the past and do that crap that y'all do on the internet in the past.
Yeah, right.
You go get rocked
happening.
in your snot box.
For sure.
And here's another thing.
Like,
and here's another thing. A lot of these younger guys don't respect us older guys on here. And I was brought up, and I'm sure everybody on here was, you never disrespect an adult. Never.
Facts.
Never, ever, ever. You never talk back. Or you're like the old saying is, you fuck around, you'll find out. You'll get it twice as bad. If you disrespected an adult, they had every right to correct you. And then they go to your parents, you get it double worse.
I remember
but that's what assists with feeding into these personalities, because Coach Common and myself, and I maybe some other people on here, is I will walk up to parents when I know their child is one of these individuals at 9, 10, 11 years old. And I'll tell them, your child's uncoachable. And they'll look at me and say, what do you mean? And be like, I can smack my kid. This is 2025. I understand I can't smack your kid, but your kid needs to get smacked. And you'll figure out real quick if parents are hesitant, if they're hesitant to do so, because there is 2 kids on my team where their kid was a complete ass. They're still on my team because I had this conversation. You know what the parents said? Oh, go ahead, smack them. I'm like, you're sure? They're like, yeah, I'm not a physical person, but as long as you're not beating my kid, I got no problem with you smacking them to wake them up. And I don't beat anybody. I don't do anything. But when you smack a kid pretty hard upside the back of the helmet, all of a sudden they're like, oh shit.
Oh yeah, they get sense after that.
It's like, oh shit, maybe I should start listening.
I'm gonna share this with
I got
y'all.
smacked by a coach. I got smacked and I learned my lesson.
I love all my coaches coming up because my coaches were my other dad. That's what they became, because they would smack my ass. And to this day, 2 of my coaches I still contact and talk to on a daily basis because they were my dads. They loved me. That's why they did it. So here's the thing. John Harbaugh was hired for the New York Giants. That shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. Nobody should be surprised about that. Now, I hope he get an offensive coordinator, because let me just share something with y'all. John Harbaugh is, I guess you can say, a leader, because he's not really the X and O's guys. This guy was a special teams coach. He got to have a good offense coordinator. He got a good defense coordinator. Do y'all think he keep the offense coordinator and the defense coordinator with the Giants, or do y'all think he gonna get his own? What y'all think he's gonna do?
He's gonna get his own.
He gonna get his own crew over there for sure.
He'll get his own, because usually a new coach would want his own staff. You know what I mean?
Greg Roman.
Shicey down there. Shicey say, y'all think he gonna go get Mike McDaniel?
Here's the real question: is what are they going to let Harbaugh? Are they going to keep Joe? Or are they going to give? Are they going to keep Harbaugh? Are they going to keep the GM, or are they going to give Harbaugh full control in GM like he was wanting?
Joe Shane?
Oh. Yeah, because
I think they keep Shane for a year and then they let Harbaugh take it over after that. If Shane doesn't show anything, they fire him next year, and then Harbaugh is going to step in as the head coach GM.
The only thing that worries me is that the contract amount. The last time the contract amount was given like that, the name was John Gruden. And look what happened to him.
Oh, boy.
Oh, wow.
Explain to me what happened with John Gruden, because I've heard a whole bunch of different things.
With John Gruden?
Yeah.
John Gruden got caught saying some shit in some emails. He got a lawsuit against the goddamn.
Right.
He got a lawsuit against. He got fired by the Raiders. He has a lawsuit against the NFL. So right now he's not getting no job.
Okay.
Yeah, basically.
Pretty much.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. Why? I'm gonna be honest with you. It wasn't just John Harbaugh. I mean, it wasn't just John Gruden. There was other people involved.
Oh yeah, it was other people in that email saying the N-word and all kind of stuff was flying around on that email. It was bad.
But the back to John Harbaugh, Swag, and I tell people this all the time. And I tell people this all the time. I don't give a fuck who you are as a head coach. You're only as good as your staff, dog. I don't give a fuck how high your IQ is. I don't give a fuck about none of that. You are as good as your staff. That is why you have them. If your staff is ass, you are going to be looked upon as a ass head coach. Point blank, period. You are as good as your staff, dog. If you got a staff full of bumbling idiots, you're going to be looked upon as a bumbling idiot as a head coach. If you got a staff of soldiers, you're going to be looked upon as a soldier. That's just the long and short of it. I don't give a fuck what your last name is. I don't care what tree you come from. I don't care how long you've been coaching. If your staff is ass, you will be looked upon as a ass coach.
Yeah.
So let me ask y'all a question. Who's the offense coordinator at New York?
Good question. I don't know.
Not a good one. Not a good one. Where? Not a good one.
But even if John Harbaugh brings like,
staff.
but even if he brings a guy like, say, a Greg Roman, that tells me that he's still stuck in his old ways. If you're not going to bring any new, like, offensive talent, like, I don't think Greg Roman's as talented as a coordinator as, say, Mike McDaniels or Cliff Kingsbury. So that's why I feel like you should be able to go with a younger quarterback, get a younger coach in Kingsbury or McDaniels and say, this is what guy we're going to develop. I mean,
the offensive coordinator. I'm sorry, Ryan, my fault.
Oh, no, you're good. I was going to finish off by saying, like, Kingsbury did this with JD5. Yeah, because I was going to say, like, Kingsbury did this with JD5. And look how that worked out. The year they made to the NFC Championship game.
Yeah, that's right, Kafka. That's right. It is Kafka.
If it's Mike Kafka, you can send him back. You can send him back to Kansas City.
I mean, I wouldn't mind him back in Kansas City. To be honest with you, that's one of my choices. To be honest with you, Swag, one of mine, to be honest with you, is Kafka. And we've talked about the others, but Kafka's on my list. I don't want McDaniels. I want McDaniels. I want Kafka.
Or Bieniemy.
No, my order is Kingsbury, Bieniemy, Kafka. Those are my order. Now,
yes.
Bieniemy and Kafka, I'll take them all day long.
See, we see eye to eye.
I would go get Bieniemy.
I mean, so it's now I know Chicago right now is in the divisional playoffs. He's the running back coach over there. But once they, I'm gonna get into that. I'm gonna get into their game too.
Hey, Swag, it's funny that you asked that. Why can't Bieniemy get a damn head coaching job? Like, what is the problem?
You want to know why? I'm gonna tell you.
I understand.
Here we go.
I understand. I'll tell you this.
Hold on, first before you
I'm about to tell you why.
I really don't know why. Like, I'm not even trying to be funny or nothing.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because I'm gonna tell you why. Because he interviewed for the offensive coordinator of the Steelers.
Yes.
Before we got Arthur Smith.
Yes.
We interviewed it, and I'm gonna tell you the reason why. They said he does not interview well.
Okay.
They said that he does not interview well. So I mean, I don't know what they exactly mean by that.
So hold on.
But the consensus is he does not.
He don't interview well.
Let me tell y'all what that means.
Okay, please do, Swag, because I'm still confused.
So in an NFL interview, when you go in there and you sit down, they're trying to hear what your plan is.
Okay.
What do you want to do with this team? If I give you the reins, what do you want to do with this team? How long is it going to take you? And how much are you going to need? It's like it's sections of it, right? So what Bieniemy and what I've heard is when Bieniemy goes in there, his plan is not necessarily clear on what he wants to do. And that's why they say he don't interview well.
Because I thought he was in college. Didn't he take a college job?
UCLA, yeah.
Offensive coordinator. He was offensive coordinator down there. So one thing too, though.
And he was really just helping a friend out. That wasn't a big deal. So
also, man, he didn't call plays in KC. And so that's a
There
lot
you
of
go.
he didn't get interviewed correctly, well, whatever. And then he also wasn't calling play. Andy Reid called plays in Kansas City. And so when he went to Washington that year, their offense didn't do too well. Then he went to UCLA, the offense didn't do well. He's not a good play caller.
And
he was the assistant head coach, which was close to Ron Rivera too. So that was
here is what he does well. He is great on concepts. All right, so because we can't take it away, Mr. KC. You know this, JB, you know this. In the Super Bowl, he came up with the concept of the motion and go back because he's seen Doug Peterson do it. I've seen Doug Peterson do it. I'm going to use that in the Super Bowl. So he when he does the game plan and he creates the concepts, he does really well with that. Another thing he does well with is discipline. He can get on. He don't care who you are. He will get on your ass and hold you accountable.
That's what he does.
So
Yeah.
Those two things.
That's what we need.
Those two things are very, very important to a football team. So when you're talking about being
That's what the
a
Eagles
head
need.
coach, guys, some of you guys need to mute your phone. When you're talking about being a head coach, that's a different thing, man. That's a different animal. So that's why when you ask King, when you ask that question, I think Eric Bieniemy should just find him a great offensive coordinator job. Maybe he'll learn as time go on. But right now, I understand why he's not high. I told somebody this, they got mad at me when I said that. I was like, oh, it's because he's black. I was like, no, it's not.
That ain't the reason.
That's not it. I mean, it's
also Swag. They were saying like there was some players coming out saying like he coaches them too hard, which is wild as hell to me. How I don't understand.
Absolutely
that.
crazy.
That's wild.
But that's the Cali. But that's the discipline and accountability that Swag is talking about. How he calls them out. That they don't like that. They don't like that. See that's the structure and stuff that Swag said he's very good at. That they don't like.
He that bad cop, man.
You see, exactly.
In other words, Mr. KC and JB knows this, right? When Shady McCoy came to Kansas City, Eric Bieniemy was telling Shady McCoy, you're not going to carry that ball with one hand. Right? Shady McCoy insisted on carrying the ball with one hand. In the Indianapolis game on Monday Night Football, Shady McCoy fumbled. And from that point forward, Eric Bieniemy said, only way you getting on that field is change the way you carry that ball. And you know what? Shady wouldn't change it. And Eric Bieniemy sit his ass on the bench. And we ain't never see Shady no more. That was it. That was a wrap. I mean, like, so it was, and the reason why,
we heard about it. Oh, they're a horrible franchise.
Right, that's just a horrible.
Mr. Andy Reid.
They did this and they did this, and then Tyreek.
But I got a Super Bowl ring.
Right, Tyreek Hill was the one that put it on social media and said, "Nah, man, ain't nothing wrong with the organization. You just pissed off because EB told you ain't gonna carry that ball with one hand." That's what Eric Bieniemy does well. Like that, like you. Oh, you fumbled? No. You ain't carrying the ball like that. Oh, you keep on. I give you an understanding. I give you understand. Warren Taylor, his ass is legal formations, illegal procedures, jumping too soon, all that stuff. That ain't happening when you're doing that. Like he gonna call you out on it. He's gonna call you out on it. That's what he does well. I mean, so and every team needs that. Every team needs that guy. So yeah, I mean that's why he's not a head coach. To answer your question, King. And he's not going to be one either. He's just not a head. I don't think he's going to be head coaching material. It's just something about that's a big deal, man. A head coach in the NFL, guys, is a big deal. That's why when you see guys just it's not something that everybody can do. You got to be a leader. Some people, like I give you an example. Ben Johnson is an X's and O's guy. Right now, you're seeing him in the locker room and he getting the team all pumped up. He has a good defense coordinator. He got a good staff behind him, but eventually, he's gonna every exit in those guys. Y'all know this run into slumps. You got to have somebody that can actually back you up with that. You're gonna actually have to start being a head coach. Is what I'm saying. That's
everybody need every good coach need the asshole. They need the asshole, man.
Because you. Go ahead.
I'm going to say Eric Bieniemy would see. I'm like this. Eric Bieniemy might have been great in Pittsburgh with Tomlin, right? He might have been great. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because where Tomlin was soft at, let's say Eric Bieniemy is assistant head coach slash, offensive play call coordinator, whatever, right? He he has a little head in the offense, but he's assistant head coach. So now as assistant head coach, with that title of head coach.
What's up, guys? Why y'all so quiet?
That's what he was. He did have that title. I don't know. I thought everything got disconnected.
Yeah, I did too for a second. But,
I was like, I walked over here to my phone. I'm like, what's going on?
To piggyback off Coach, though, I agree with that. Like, also as a head coach, you got to understand everybody is not a leader of men. And you got to realize that in a locker room, those are men. They have families, wives, all kinds of things going on. These are men. These are not kids. These are not, some of them are young, but most are vets and been around the league and bounced around and this and that. You got to be a leader of men. You got to look other men in the eye, and they got to know that there's a dog in you. Like Mike McDaniel is a perfect example. Them dudes in Miami knew there was no dog in Mike McDaniel like that. So they took advantage. A lot of them took advantage because they understood, like, yeah, this ain't no dog. Do you think them dudes would have pulled half that crap if it was a John Harbaugh or even a Mike any one of these coaches that have won on a higher level, Andy Reid, any one of the, absolutely not. Because you got to be a leader of men, and you got to know that.
Here's the thing about, and I'm gonna share this with y'all, and I'm sure some of you guys know the history. Some of you guys may not. The standard for head coaching was built through Vince Lombardi. Now, if you never read his book, you might want to go do that. I mean, because Vince Lombardi coached at a time that there was racial bias, there was a whole bunch of stuff going on. You didn't have black players in the same room with white players and all this stuff. It's some stuff going on. And Vince Lombardi was one of the best leader of men that I had ever heard. When I read that book, I'll give y'all a great example of what I'm talking about. Vince Lombardi drafted a receiver, and I forgot his name. He drafted a receiver. When he interviewed the guy and he drafted him, the guy mentioned that he wanted to be a cornerback. He didn't want to be a receiver. He wanted to be a cornerback. And Vince Lombardi said, I drafted you as a receiver. And during training camp, Vince Lombardi said, go play cornerback. Let's see what you got. Guys go play cornerback. He ended up being one of the best cornerbacks in the league. He ended up getting interceptions, this, that. That's what I mean by a leader of men, to understand that I can get more out of this guy if I put him in a position that he wants to be in versus making him play the position that he was drafted for. And he did a lot of things like that. Not to mention, if you guys noticed, he didn't have a lot of plays. It was just basically, we're going to master the plays that we have, and that's what we're going to use, and they got to stop him. And he got everybody to buy into his system. Great coaches today, still to this day, great coaches. That's why I understood, as much as I hated it, I understood what Coach Coleman was saying. We got to move on from this coach, because what he is a leader. And what that team needs right now is they need a leader, but they really need an X and O's guys too. They need, if you can't, John Harbaugh was, when Baltimore fired him, that's why they fired him. You keep trusting people because you don't really know the X's and O's, and you don't do that kind of stuff. So your offensive coordinator and your defense coordinator has to carry a lot of weight, and they got to be good at what they do. And if they're not, you're going to take the heat. So therefore, you have to keep firing defense coordinators, keep firing offensive coordinators. And it's over and over. This, of course, and in Pittsburgh, I got to get a new offense coordinator. I got to get a new defensive coordinator. Like, at some point, you would have to say, as a head coach, because Jimmy Johnson, however, same type of coach, leader of men, not really into the X's and O's, just leader of men. But he goes to get North Turner, and Dave wants that. And,
yep.
And you know what? Y'all can handle that. Y'all got all that. I'm gonna lead this team. And if you're gonna be that kind of coach, and even in New York, when that's why I asked y'all who's the offense coordinator, because he's gonna need an offense coordinator and a defense coordinator that knows how to do their shit. Now, some coaches,
He monkeying with him though.
okay, got you. I mean, like I don't know if that's a good idea now, but
That's what he's doing.
but either way, like for instance, Andy Reid and Spags. Spags is another head coach playing defense coordinator. Like I don't have nothing to do with your damn defense. That's you. You do that. Now, if your defense is sucking, I'm gonna say they sucking. But that's about it. So until you get, and y'all can look at every Super Bowl winning coach. Just look at that. Just look at their coaching staff. That's why they get poached, because the other teams know this is who really running that part of their team. When you saw this boy go over to New Orleans last year, that boy finna make that. They finna make them a team.
He is. I
mean,
see it.
I mean, he gonna make them a team. You know what? And he's gonna do well. Some coaches can do it. Some coaches can't. Why do you think when you look at the top of the NFL, it just kind of rotates? Every now and then you get a new team in there. Like when Kansas City made their appearance. Now they're one of those teams now. But it used to be the Niners, Cowboys. I mean, like Pittsburgh. It was just really think about it. When you look at somebody may jump up and win the Super Bowl, then they go to shit. Then somebody may jump up and win the Super Bowl, then they go to shit. They get all their coaches taken away from them. Then all of a sudden they just go to shit. But those teams were there. At one time, the Redskins, who are now the Commanders, the Giants, who was just, they had their moments, right? Look at the head coaches. And all of the head coaches were either leaders or X and O's guys, and that had leaders on their team. It's a standard of how you win and how you don't win Super Bowls. You can be a regular season guy. Marty Schottenheimer, that was a regular season guy.
Right.
And the reason why he was a regular season guy is because, you know what? How many offense coordinators that we went through in Kansas City? How many defense coordinators we went through? It was like over and over again, the same thing. We just saw it coming. Matt LaFleur has that problem right now. I mean, in Green Bay, he has that problem right now. Because, you're a good X and those guys, but sometimes you need a leader. Sometimes you need somebody to say, you fucking suck. I mean, I don't understand why people think that's. Come on, coach. You're a coach. You're gonna sit and tell me you're gonna. You know what?
You have to tell. You have to do that though.
You suck.
Yeah, Swag. You gotta tell people. That's what I was talking about earlier when we were talking about the sensitive and not so sensitive. If you're so sensitive to the point that can't nobody criticize you or tell you, hey, bro, you suck right now.
You suck. I mean,
you suck. Like, I'm not telling you you're a horrible person. I'm just saying right now you suck, man. You tearing it down, dude. You suck. Like,
and it's
okay to say that.
I got something to say when I tell you guys what I mean by if you can't hear the truth. Right, you see what I'm saying? If you can't hear the truth in football, because a lot of football players didn't make it in the NFL because they couldn't hear the truth, and they take it so to heart. If I'm a player and I'm out there, y'all remember any given Sunday the scene where the starting quarterback gets hurt in the first part of the movie? The starting quarterback gets hurt, the backup goes in there, and then the backup get hurt. The backup heals. Jamie Foxx and I already took over. The backup heals, and he comes back. And the backup quarterback is now the starting quarterback, and Jamie is back on the bench, right? And this guy is horrible. He's throwing the ball, and then what did Al Pacino say? Son, you're throwing it to Georgia, but we're in Texas. Like that. I mean, you suck. I mean, it's that simple. Like when I say, and I have no problem saying it. When I say I'm looking at football, you guys are looking at football. Well, let's say the games we just seen, right? We saw the Carolina Panthers almost beat the Rams. We saw the Chicago Bears come back on the Green Bay Packers. And I'm going to stop right there because when I said this yesterday, that's when all the shit went crazy. Because I look at football from a different point of view. And y'all tell me the same. Tell me if y'all not like this. Regardless of who your team is, as King say, if the game is on the line and Drake May has the ball, you want him to perform. right? There's no, I don't give a damn what he did all day long. Right now, perform. Show me that you can do that. Come on, guys. Y'all done seen people do this. Y'all done seen people have horrible games and they come in the crunch time, they just start balling out. Like that because they have that clutch gene. Jordan Love did great in that game in the first half. In the second half, when they needed him the most, he made some throws. But other than that, he fucking sucked. Like, he sucked. And when you go look at the all 22, you'll see what I'm saying. He sucked. And if you can't accept that, that doesn't mean that Jordan Love sucked as a quarterback. That means he sucked at that moment. Come on, man. You're going to sit there and tell me y'all don't see this sometimes when y'all looking at a football game? This player just, it's that time. When we saw Josh Allen playing against Jacksonville, how many of us were sitting back like this? Now let's see what you got, Josh.
Me.
Let's see what you got.
I definitely was.
Like, I mean, because I didn't know what to expect. So I'm like, let me see what you got. Show me, Josh. Show me you are everything that everybody says you are. I believe you are, but show me.
I mean, he did though. He did. Yeah.
I mean, he did. He was like, okay. I see you, Josh. That's what I'm talking about. That's not my team. I give a rat's ass. But when I see quarterbacks do that, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Then that dude balled out. If I see Drake May do that, I would say, damn, I don't give a damn. That's Drake May's second year. He balled out. But how is it that you can get mad when you can't? Are you not looking at the same thing I'm looking at? Yeah, don't get me wrong. The Green Bay Packers field goal kicker needed to be fired immediately. Don't even get back on the damn plane.
Yeah, don't even pack your stuff, bro. We go ship it.
He sucked, because that would have been a whole different conversation, because then Jordan Love would have got a pass, because you know what? He would have won the game. So you get a pass automatically. But Sam Darnold, y'all always want to talk about Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold he can't handle pressure. He does this and that. True. That's all true. But the last time I seen Sam play, Sam was handling pressure. That moment he handled the pressure. But it's not hard. It's not hard to see football, regardless if it's your team or not. We just saw CJ Stroud. He was fucking horrible. Horrible. But at some point, CJ woke up and he started playing well. Come on, I know y'all got to see this, right? That's not a criticism on your team or that person. That's just telling the truth. How many times y'all seen Dak Prescott? Honestly, seriously, guys. Dak Prescott balling out. Balling out. The game on the line, Dak Prescott was like shit. And you like, what happened? You was just balling out. What happened? Because it's different when the game's on the line.
Like, I have seen Dak sit there and throw 4 touchdowns, and it's at the critical moment of the game, and this dude throw a pick at the wrong time. Like, bro, what are you doing? You threw 4 touchdowns all day. You was dotting the hell out the defense, and it's the last 3 minutes, and you want to throw a pick. My man.
I'm not a Dallas fan, and that still pisses me off.
Pressure, man. Bust pipes.
Yep, pressure bust pipes every time. You're not lying.
I mean, like, it's just like I'm like, okay, damn, Dak. Goddamn. I mean, like, you could have showed everybody who believes you're like this. You could have showed them different. You could have showed them right then and there. I can do this. I can do this. I mean, we saw Justin Herbert the other day. We saw Justin Herbert, right? Now, as much as Justin Herbert was under pressure, when I went back and looked at the all 22, Justin Herbert just sucked. He just sucked. Like, it's some of those plays that he could have actually made, but he just sucked. I don't understand how anybody can look at their team and know I got the clutch gene. The quarterback has to cut, because this is what I heard. I'm hearing a lot on social media. Well, it's not the quarterback. Football is a team sport. Well, let me ask you a question, and this is why I'm gonna ask my Kansas City fans this. Tell me, it's a team, right? It's a team, okay? So Andy Reid goes to Kansas City. They make the playoffs every year. They're going to get eliminated in the divisional round, sometimes a wild card, right? Mahomes come, they go to the AFC Championship, start winning the Super Bowl. So how's it just the team? And then when you added that element, the team start winning. You don't think Mahomes has something?
A better saying for that is it's a team game that falls down to individual roles.
Okay,
There you go. Yeah.
that's a hell of a take, Gridiron. That's a hell of a take. But let me ask you a question. On your individual
Fire.
role, you better be goddamn good. Because because here's why. That team on that sideline, they not saying on the sideline. I've seen film. They're not saying on the sideline, I hope my offensive line protect him. I hope the receivers catch the ball. They're not saying that. What they're saying is, come on, Mahomes. Come on, Mahomes. That's what they're saying. That's their player saying. Come on, Mahomes. Show me what you got. Come on, Mahomes gonna do this. And that's every single team. Because you know why? That quarterback. When we saw Josh Allen, I mean, what were we saying? We weren't saying, come on, Buffalo, show me how good you are now. We were saying, Josh Allen, show me how good you are. Every game this weekend is going to come down to how good your quarterback. It's just we cannot say it's a team. We can say it's a team sport because it is, but individuals stand out at certain moments. Montana did it. Brady did it. Mahomes did it. And Matthew Stafford done it. I mean, I'm talking about there's a lot of great quarterbacks out there that do that in the most critical times. I mean, let's just be honest. Did we not get a little cocky watching Mahomes? We got so cocky to the point where when a game was on the line, we were like, let me see what he's going to do this time. It was never, he's not going to do it. It's, let me see what he's going to do. That's what I'm saying. He said that they had defense. I get that, Jay. And some people do win games with defense. That's true. I'm just saying that you better have that guy. I don't care if that guy a running back. I don't care if that guy a receiver. I don't care if that guy's a quarterback. They got to show up. They got to show up.
That's my argument. It has been pretty much all morning about the like if you're gonna claim to be a top dog or him and you're gonna cry for the ball or make a big deal when the to get the ball and all that stuff, and when the ball is thrown to you, and there might be minimum targets, but those minimum targets, they are counting on you to make those, and especially in big games, not big or not, maybe not big games, big moments in big games, and like this last game, like like for instance, AJ Brown, there's multiple times, the ball was put right in this guy's hand who cried for the ball the last 2 years. Wanting it wasn't enough, and then after he won the Super Bowl, said, "I'm not fulfilled enough. They didn't do it for me." So it's obviously not winning. So it's just numbers. He didn't even care if he wins as long as he produces. At least right now, he hasn't. I don't know, because I mean he's kind of always been on a decent team. I mean he went to the championship with the Titans and then got out of there and went to Philly. But he was never really a problem until he got a running game that took away from his touches.
And you know what them touches do, huh? They get you paid.
Receivers, they divas, man. That's why I don't want to pay no receiver.
But see, though, the wide receiver, though, bro, like somebody brought to my attention, one-on-one. But the thing is, though, is that position you rely on more than just you to get the ball. Because when a pass is called, there's 4 other people that are involved in a pass that you got to look. You might not be number one, or you might not be open, or you might not have had enough time to look your way. So I mean, I get that, like the play calling, but when the opportunity, if they do pass the ball and you are calling it out, like I seen T.O. call the ball out, and he got the ball and he performed. I seen Randy Moss do it. Randy Moss got the ball and he performed.
Yeah, wins are quarterback stats. That's why you see me criticize Josh Allen by not getting the job done, even though he plays amazing, right? It's never his fault. I agree with you, right? But when it comes down to losing or winning, they're not going to be like, oh, yeah, that backup cornerback for the Bills blew this coverage. It's going to be like, oh, no, Josh Allen lost the game.
Yeah, that's always on the quarterback, man. You win or lose on the quarterback. They take all the
It goes back to what Al Pacino said on Any Given Sunday when he was talking to Jamie Foxx. You the quarterback, son. You the top spot. No matter what, this on your ass. I mean, if your defense sucked, you know what? They lost the game. You lost the game. If you lost the game. Why? Because the quarterback is the top spot. That is. But JB was 100% right when he said, AJ Brown, if you're gonna screen for the ball, catch it.
Yes.
Catch the ball. Like you can't screen for the ball and then don't catch it.
Yeah.
You can't say, look, Mr. Casey, you can't say I'm a star, and then when it's time to show us that you're a star, you choke. You can't.
Yeah, you trash.
I didn't say the same thing for my.
You just a twinkle then.
Yeah, we were just talking about this on
A little twinkle, twinkle, a
podcast.
little star. That's all he is.
Right, go ahead.
This topic came up. AJ Brown came up right on Not Move podcast for JB right before you started your show, Swag. So they were talking about AJ Brown and how he produces and how he should get more touches. And JB made the point of when you start dropping balls and not doing your job the way you say you can do your job, we're gonna lose trust in you, and you're not gonna get the ball as much. If you want. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Grunau.
I was gonna say if you want the ball and you want more touches and you want more receptions and you want more yards, you want all the stats, you have to catch the ball. You have to put trust in the person giving you the ball.
That's true. Number one, what's up? Who are you?
It's K.
Hey, I knew that was you.
Oh God! I appreciate that, Grunau.
You in witness protection?
You heard I was talking about Josh Allen. That's
I like to disable my main accounts and focus on life. Sometimes, gotta be focused.
I feel you.
Let me tell y'all something. I see King Safe is in the audience. This is what I was telling you, King Safe, the other day. If you want Drake May to show everybody that he the real deal, win games like this. Win games like this. And when you win games like this, nobody can say anything. Like when you think about it, all the great quarterbacks, all the clutch quarterbacks, they always had games like this. Montana had games like this. When he had to play the Bears and everybody saying the 49ers can't beat the Bears in the cold, and you got McMahon and that nice-ass defense, there's no way the 49ers are going to win in Montana.
You know what they said? Swag. The finesse-ass 49ers.
Yeah, the finesse
went into the backyard of the Bears and kicked their ass.
And they beat the hell out of that. So when you have a chance, I'm talking to New England fans. Y'all want to respect, beat this team, and then you'll get respect. Because I'm going to tell you why. Nobody's going to say it, King say. Nobody's going to say it. But the truth is, you know this, they don't think New England can beat Houston. These are the kind of games that you have to win.
Or we got you.
I mean, you see what I'm saying? And then when I watch, you think it changed last week when Drake May won his first playoff game. Like, it would change drastically if he win 2 playoff games and one of them was Houston. That is how you make your mark. But if you lose, you start back over from scratch. Seattle, if Sam Darnold gets them to a Super Bowl and win, everybody's going to say, well, it wasn't Sam Darnold. Well, yeah. You can't say it ain't Sam Darnold. If Sam Darnold go win a Super Bowl, because the last time I checked, he got a goddamn ring on, and he is the top spot. Now, we know it's the defense. We know it's a whole bunch of things around him, but you can't give Jalen Hurts credit if you ain't going to give him credit, because you can't say it's just the defense and then say, well, Jalen Hurts balled out. Well, Sam Darnold threw 3 touchdowns in the Super Bowl. You can't say he didn't ball out. Now, if he throw 3 interceptions and they almost lose the game because of his ass, we can say that. But other than that, that top spot is the top spot, right? So you guys, especially these guys that have teams, and you want to be respected as one of those teams, and you're saying that your star player is that guy, this is the time to show us. We're waiting to see.
Yeah, even if we win, Swag, people are still not going to respect us because they're going to be like, oh, look what you see in the playoffs. You had to go see the Chargers and the Texans the week after. There's always going to be a narrative with us.
If you got the championship, they don't care. Who cares? If you got the holding up the championship, they can't say shit about who you played and who you didn't play.
No, let me tell you something. Man. And Mr. KC is right. And I'm gonna tell you this too. Denver fans, if you don't win, people are gonna say you're a fraud. Tell you right now.
Yep.
They're gonna say you're a fraud. and they're not going to trust you no more other than Denver friends. They're not going to trust you. I mean, these are things that I'm telling you like that. Watch, if people get mad at me for saying shit like this, they're not going to trust you. They're going to call you a fraud. Because you won all those goddamn games. You got the number 1 seed and you was a first round goddamn exit. You know how I know? The same thing happened to Detroit last year. When Detroit lost to the Commanders, everybody started calling them a fraud. And they didn't help the situation by not even making the damn playoffs the next year. I mean, so it's trying to get everybody to see how it's really looked at, because people on here and they're bragging. What's up, Enrico? I see you trying to come up. You're talking about this and you're talking about that, but these are the games that you have to go win. Chicago, you are in luck, because nobody's going to call you a fraud and nobody's going to say you failed, because they never expected you to be there. So you're okay. I mean, the Rams, you let the Rams lose to Chicago, they're going to say you're a fraud. They're going to start calling for his coach. They're going to say Matthew Stafford needs to retire and they need to fire the coach. That's what people say. That's what they do. These playoffs is when you make your mark. If your quarterback is not a playoff quarterback, shut the fuck up. I mean, like, I'm just telling you right now, we don't care about your stats. We don't care about it. We don't give a shit.
We don't give a shit. Yep.
I mean, like, I'm trying to tell all these guys, so Dak is better than Mahomes. Really? Oh, Jordan Love is better than Mahomes. Really? Drake May steps up into the echelon of quarterbacks if he go beat Houston and went on to win the NFC Championship and go to the Super Bowl. He gonna surpass almost all these people in an instant because he won in the playoffs. Like, it's just look at the records. What am I record in the regular season? I do okay. What am I record in the playoffs? Jordan Love is 1-2.
Nope.
I'm sorry, that don't raise my scale. I don't. It's a team sport. You're an idiot. I mean, I'm sorry. It's the quarterback. If Bo Nix win, Bo Nix jump up, his status jumps up. I won a playoff game, and I'm going to the AFC Championship game. The status, it jumps up. Look at the Chargers right now. The Chargers got everybody, even if you're a Charger fan, they're saying Justin Herbert is a fraud. Right now, that's what they're saying. I'm trying to get everybody to understand that's listening to this show. Your talking points are shit. When you don't understand that the most important thing to an NFL team is winning the Super Bowl. That's it. So what do you think? The NFL team come in and say, all right, guys, training camp is about to start. Let's go ahead and get this damn season over so we can go to Cancun.
Well, hold on. There's some organizations that probably do that. The Raiders are an example of hey, we going to Cancun. Let's just get this over with.
Let's just get this over with. We're going to Cancun. Just think about that. Just think about it. This is what I hear on social media. My quarterback is better than this quarterback. How many Super Bowls they won? Well, they ain't won a Super Bowl yet. How many playoffs game? Well, they kind of won him in a playoff game. What are you talking about? Why are you even opening your mouth? Every season, the NFL teams come to training camp and they have a meeting and everybody's there. The general manager's there, the owner's there, and everybody's there, and they give them their goals. And I bet you any kind of money. One of their goals is we're going to win the division, we're going to win the conference, and we're going to the Super Bowl, and we're going to win the Super Bowl. If they're saying anything other than that, but they come out there, and then in the first 4 weeks, we find out they wasn't serious about that at all. Jerry Jones, they ain't serious about that. I just want to sell tickets. I mean, it's trying to get you guys as fans to see what it really is instead of trying to make it something it's not. If your franchise comes out and they're sitting in the playoffs right now, that means that one of their goals was to get to the Super Bowl. You don't just look up and get to the playoffs. You got to play your ass off to get to the playoffs. But some of you franchises are happy right where they got to. They just as happy. Woo, we made it to the divisional round. We got a home game. We're going to make us some money. Thank you. And some of them are like, look, we got to win this game because I want to go to the Super Bowl. Some people go through the NFL, guys. They never experienced the Super Bowl at all. No matter what, they go to all these different teams. They don't never experience just have the experience of a Super Bowl. They have to go to the Super Bowl as a fan, just like you do. They'll never experience being on their field. They'll never experience watching a halftime show from the locker room. They'll never experience that. They'll never experience a 30-minute. Now, well, D-Hop got to experience it, though. He just didn't win it. I mean, but he got to experience it.
Yeah, he got to experience it.
I mean, so I'm just telling you guys, I don't know what you're talking about when you're arguing on social media about top 5, top 10. I don't know what that really means. All I know is Brock Purdy has been to the Super Bowl, and he was
Say that, Swag, because he done a lot more than most quarterbacks in a short period of time. No matter the talent, and I hate when people say that about him, like, oh, he has all this talent around him. Well, he don't have all that talent now, and look where they at.
No, you can't take anything away from the kid. That's what I be trying to tell people. I'm not a 49er fan. But damn, man, that dude just been to the Super Bowl. I guarantee you got a winning record in the playoffs. I mean, I don't even know what his record is in the playoffs. I bet you it's a winning record. I'm trying to get everybody this is JB and JB knows I'm talking about this. Sometimes I'm listening to JB's show and I hear people trying to get into their top 5. I'm so happy y'all stopped doing that, by the way. Trying to get into this, and I'm saying to myself, you never won one playoff game. Not one. Well, quarterbacks, it's not just playoff. Well, what the hell is it? I'm sorry. This is what I want. I want my quarterback to play really, really good in the regular season, and that's good enough for me. Who gives a fuck about? I mean, like really, I wish the hell Mahomes came to the microphone and said, I just want to win MVP this year. I just want to make it to the playoffs, and that's all. That's my goals. I'd be like, okay, I'm no longer a fan. That doesn't work with me, guys. The only thing the NFL is about right now is who wins that goddamn that Lombardi. That's what the NFL is about. Yes, we have great players that do well. I like watching them, but I'm sorry. There's a point of the year where I just stop watching because I already know what's going to happen. Because they've shown me over and over again what's going to happen. Now, do I want to see Josh Allen and Drake May go in the AFC Championship? Yes, I do. I really want to see that. But I wouldn't be mad if Houston got there either. I wouldn't be mad at all. I wouldn't be mad either. I wouldn't be mad if Denver got there. I must admit, this is one of the biggest playoffs that I ever had. That I can sit back and just say, let me see what y'all got. Because normally I'm like doing X's and O's. Okay, Andy Reid, this is the game plan. This is how it should be. This is what I want to do. I mean, I don't have to do that this year. I mean, so I'm just saying, don't come on this show or any other show after your team has lost and then tell me how you did something this year. Now, if you're the Bears, you can say that. Because, I mean, let's just be honest, y'all. The Bears, we didn't expect none of that shit. But Seattle, I don't want to hear it. Seattle, your ass should have been good. I got to admit now, Seattle dropping that weight, changing quarterbacks, all those different things. I didn't think it was going to work. It did. I'm impressed. But show me you can get beyond the divisional rounds of the playoffs. Do anybody, I know I've been talking a while, but do y'all understand what I'm saying?
No, I totally understood it. And you're absolutely right. Like this is why I don't have an argument when it comes to LeBron and Michael Jordan. Because I keep telling people rings matter, bro. Nobody remembers you for coming in second. Like nobody remembers really, nobody remembers you coming in second, dog. Nobody remembers that. You either the dude or you not the dude. Why we remember Jordan? Because the dude went to the final 6 times and he didn't lose. He didn't even go to a game 7. Like, that's why.
That is so funny. He said, okay, what you say, man? Rings matter.
Right. Rings do matter. It's ridiculous. This conversation, because Swag, I literally be having this conversation with people on panels all the time. All the stats. And what about the stats? Nobody gives a shit about stats, bro. Like, nobody cares. Nobody cares that Dan Marino threw for this many touchdowns. Did you win a ring, dog?
No, that's not true. No, that's not true. No, hold on.
That's true.
I'm
That's
just
true.
talking
That's
shit,
true.
Coach. I'm talking shit.
Oh,
I'm
all right.
talking
I was about
shit.
to say, oh,
No,
that's
no,
not
no,
true.
no.
No,
I
I agree.
love
I
Dan
agree.
Marino. I love Dan Marino.
That
I always
seemed
say
that
if him,
seemed directed toward you.
I always say if him and Joe Montana switch
Hey,
spots,
but
he would be in
Swag,
the same conversation.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Somebody-
I
Nah,
want to
yeah,
ask y'all
nah.
a question though. I want to ask y'all a
Go ahead.
question.
Go ahead.
Hey, yo, but
Go
Is
ahead.
there anything wrong? Is there?
Hey, Coach, hold on.
On my
Coach,
fault,
hold
Coach.
on.
Go ahead, Coach.
Enrico, go ahead.
No,
Go ahead.
you go, Coach.
No, you go ahead, Enrico.
nah,
Coach,
My fault.
you go ahead,
My fault. I cut you off, Coach. Hey, no, because I came in, so probably I said it, but I heard you talking about the quarterbacks. But I just want to say, like, there's nothing wrong with admitting your quarterback is a great game manager and makes the play when he got to make it. You could be a great game manager. There's nothing wrong with
Thank
being
you,
called a game
Rico.
manager, bro. You don't got to be a star, dog. It's okay to be honest and be like, my quarterback
Brock
is a
Purdy.
great, like, and nothing against you, because I like Jalen Hurts, bro. He's a great game manager, but when it's time to make a play, he's going to make a play. You know what I'm saying? It's good. It's all right to say that your quarterback is a great game manager, bro. Tom Brady was the ultimate game manager in his career, dog.
Hey yo, being
Go
a
ahead,
great
Coach.
game, I was like, being a great game manager got Troy Aikman a gold jacket.
Facts. Coach, you not
Game
Got Troy
see,
Aikman a gold
I hate
jacket.
when people get mad at me, especially Cowboy fans, when I say that. They get so mad at me, bro. And I be like, bro, go watch his games. He wasn't doing all that. You know what I'm saying?
Listen. 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 Our first Ben's two rings, he was a game manager.
Yes.
He was asked not to fuck it up, and if need be, if your number is called, I need you to answer the motherfucking bell, dog.
That's it.
That's it. That's what we need from you. We got the defense. We got the run game. We just need you not to fuck this up. Don't hurt us. And if need be, if we do need you to make a play, I need you to make that play. When we do call on number 7 to make a play, I need you to answer the call. And he was able to do that.
That's all.
You know what? I gotta take this down. King Safe, you listening to this, right? King Safe
Yes,
is
sir.
he's in a different situation. Let me tell you why. I believe he has a great quarterback on his hands, right? But he hadn't proved it yet. And King Safe wants to see the New England Patriots go all the way, and he should, because I didn't expect New England to be where they at. I didn't expect them to be there. I'm sorry, I mean, like so, and all he's heard all year long is they ain't played nobody, they ain't shit, they gonna choke in the playoffs, right? Now, this is what I was telling him. This is where you and I'm gonna let him talk in a second. This is where you want to show everybody your team knows that, not just King Safe. He's just a fan, he can't do a damn thing. But his team hear what people are saying about them. They know what they're getting. They know what they're getting ready to face in the Houston Texans. And they know this is a signature win for this campaign for them. Now, the question is, will they go do it? Because if they do it, we're going to look at them, and this is how I'm going to look at them. I'm just going to tell y'all right now. If they don't beat Houston, I'm going to be like, well, I didn't expect them to get to the damn divisionals anyway. I didn't even expect them to get to the playoffs. So to me, they get a pass because they just like Chicago Bears. I didn't expect them to be there. No, and then nobody on this damn panel other than his ass expected that. So they get a pass. But if the Green Bay Packers, however, they don't get a pass. Well, hell no, they ain't getting no pass. They in the playoffs every damn year, and they losing in the freaking first or second round. They don't get no pass. I mean, so I'm just telling King Safe, this is your moment. How does that make you feel?
A little bit about yesterday. I told you, I keep bringing up the fact that if we beat the Houston Texans, I could fully see our team beating anybody in the NFL, including the Seattle Seahawks, which are a number 2 defense. Because if you can beat the number 1, why can't you beat the number 2? And if this is the same defense that we all see, including Patriots fans, a very tough, hard-hitting defense, we cannot shy away from how good their defense is. But watch how many new narratives come out of nowhere. When we beat the Texans, watch. It's going to be like, one touchdown max. It's gonna be like, you barely scored a touchdown. We will never win as an organization because of the fact that a lot of people hate us because of what Tom Brady did to their team. All I have to say, Swag, the reason why I talk so much shit about my team is because I've been saying the same shit since April, and it's happening, and we're 2 games away, 3 games to win it. That's all I gotta say.
Now, but King say, hold on, no. But King say, hold on. Like, understand this, right? In professional sports, narratives change because of what sells, because of clicks, because of ratings. That's why narratives are put out there, right? That's why narratives are put out there. If somebody says, oh, because y'all barely won, or you barely scored a point, or you barely did this. No, that's just for an argument's sake, because what kind of conversation is it? Because they want to debate, they want to argue, you know what I mean? That's gonna bring attention. Because there is no attention by saying, hey, Patriots had a good game. Congratulations.
There's last game.
There's no conversation there.
Yeah.
There's no conversation there, right? But if I can say, well, listen, well, you know, they just barely won. You know, if that kick, you know, if he falls a half an inch shorter and they don't get that first down and they're not able to win, or if he didn't drop that pass and they got that first down, see, now we have to change it so we can have conversations. You know what I'm saying? When you speak, and this is why I said this before on Swag's Live, and I said on other live. This is why I hold us. This is why I hold the sports world of TikTok and the sports world of YouTube. This is why I hold us to a higher standard, right? Because we don't have that T-Mobile sponsor, so that we're not allowed to say what the hell we really want to say, because our bosses worry about what our sponsors think. We're not under that umbrella. So that's why I get so upset when I hear people use these bullshit ass ESPN, NFL Network, Fox Sports fucking narrative. Because see, I know why they're doing it. Why the fuck are you doing it? That's my point. I know why they're doing it. So why the fuck are you doing it? You see what I'm saying? Like I told somebody the other day, right? They use a narrative of they give Josh Allen a pass because he hasn't had no solidified number 1 receivers. His receiving room isn't stacked like that. I said, well, hold on, wait a minute. I said, well, now y'all are making an excuse and giving Josh Allen a pass for his wide receiver room not being stacked. I said, but on the next page, that's the same reason why you praise Tom Brady, because he never had a certified receiver room and a stacked
I'm glad
room.
you said that.
So you praising Tom Brady because he didn't have one and was able to get it done. But on this over here, you're giving Josh Allen on this page. You're giving Josh Allen. You're making an excuse for Josh Allen for it. You can't have it both ways. But see, but like I said, I understand why ESPN, NFL Network, Fox Sports, and all them are doing it. Why the fuck are you doing it? Bitch, you on TikTok. Why are you doing it?
I got ate up alive, coach, yesterday for saying Josh Allen get a pass, bro. I got ate up alive when I said that he gets a pass. He got no excuse right now, bro.
Look, I'll tell you another thing. Now, this year,
quarterback does not get a pass at all.
Okay, I'm gonna let you talk. Believe me, I know because I got something to say about. I think we lost Coach when he comes back. But I'm gonna say this too. He's talking about playing both sides to the middle. You can't. And I'm gonna tell you something that you can't. But I will say this: it doesn't matter the year. It doesn't matter what Josh Allen has, because Josh Allen is a fucking great quarterback.
Hey, Swag. No, I'm gonna say this. Now, last year, Swag, when you guys were winning games by single by single digits and one possession, all that stuff, right? Now you had two narratives. You had one narrative that the Chiefs were slipping, they were falling off. Then you had the other narrative saying that's a champion. A champion always finds a way to win, right? Now, when the Chicago Bears were only winning games by 1 point, they were saying, well, damn, y'all can't be that good. You're only winning games by one possession. But last year you were saying that was a sign of a true champion when the Kansas City Chiefs were only winning the game by one possession. So which one is it? It all like I said before, I know why ESPN and NFL Network are doing it. Motherfucker, you on TikTok. Why are you doing it?
No, I want K to say what he want to say, because here's the thing. I think first of all, I want to tell you something, K. Coach is talking about the narratives, not about what's real and what's not.
Mm-hmm.
He's talking about the narratives that people use. And here's a narrative I'm gonna throw out there that I want everybody to pay attention to. Just like I said, New England, I'm gonna say the same thing to Buffalo. Buffalo, and everybody said, well, this year, there's no excuses. There's no excuses. Man, let me tell you something. There is a lot of people, especially in the NBA, that was really, really good and we're gonna never win no championship because Jordan was in the damn. As long as Jordan was there, you won't win it. That's what Mahomes remind me of. You can be good, but you're just not that good, so therefore you can't beat it. So now that Mahomes is gone, Burrow is gone, which I don't even know why we're talking about Burrow, because Burrow stay hurt. but we still say Lamar's gone, and we say that the pressure is on Josh. And I'm one of them that have actually said it. But after I seen Josh play against Jacksonville, I realized something, man. Josh can play. Josh can play. It just is what it is. Can Josh go do what everybody expects him not to do? And you better not lose this, because the narrative is now going to be Josh just can't get it done. It's the same thing that we say about Justin Herbert. Now Justin Herbert just added to the whole thing because he just played like shit again in the playoffs. So Kay, I want you to tell him this may not be the same Josh that y'all seen before. This may be a different type of Josh.
I've been saying Josh is getting more mature, but I understand what Coach is saying. If you talk to like the real, like you saying earlier, the real, bro, ain't no excuses. Get the job done. You already know I was talking earlier. Get the job done. I know my quarterback can do what he can do. He did it last year without the wide receivers. He could do it this year. That's my quarterback. The same way we praised Tom Brady for doing it. I just was talking about this yesterday. The same practice. And Mahomes did it. Mahomes did it that 1 year. Josh can do it too. So all that people try to protect Josh, stuff like that. I'm never on that side. When Josh fuck up, I'm on his ass. I'm on his ass because quarterbacks fuck up. Now, don't get me wrong. If you watch Josh Allen, the Buffalo Bills, most of the time, it's not Josh a lot of times. It's some things, but when it's Josh Allen, he fucks up, we are on his ass. Now, people saying, oh, he's the golden child, or he gets saved. No, you're watching Stephen A. Smith and all them. Don't stop watching them goofies. Stop watching them. They don't know ball. Look at his hairline. He don't know ball. So stop watching these guys. Go watch real podcasts. Go watch the team podcast. Go do that. Go watch the real people that talk about sports. Stop watching them. They do this for views and they say stupid shit for views. Stop watching them. I'm telling y'all right now. Josh Allen get criticism. I'm telling you, I watch it. I see it all the time. Of course, I'm going to see it because I'm a Bills fan. But stop watching these goofballs. Ryan Clark. He just be talking. Cam Newton, he just be talking. You gotta stop watching these guys because they just do it for views. Come to the Swag Show. Come on, watch real football, bro. Real football.
The funny thing about it is,
you know what's crazy though?
You watch Swag and NMP shows, man.
Swag. You know what's crazy? Of course, I know what's crazy. Ryan Clark, and Cam Newton. Their views on the Pivot podcast and on What's the Name's podcast are completely different from their views on fucking ESPN.
Yep. Because I love the Pivot.
Completely different.
I gotta tell y'all something. Y'all gotta hear this. I ain't mean to cut y'all, but y'all gotta hear this, right? So I go to a church. My church is Healing Place Church, right? It was a huge church in Baton Rouge. It's huge. It's huge, right? It's a big community, right? So we go to church one Sunday, and I didn't even want to go to church. I didn't even want to go that morning. I told my wife I wasn't going, but like Coach Common said, okay, honey, that's what I ended up doing.
Sometimes you gotta do that.
And I'm like, I went, and I'm sitting, and I'm really bored out of my mind because I really don't want to be there. So I'm not even listening to what's going on. Sure enough, I look. My wife hits me on my leg, and she said, "Look down, look down." Like, okay, so we got these bleachers seats, right? Their bleachers are right. They're stadium seats, but you can see the person below you. You can see them clearly. And she said, "Look down, look in front of you." And I'm like, I don't want to look at nobody. I just want church to be over so I can go. And then I look down, I look down, and who is it? It's Ryan Clark. Ryan Clark is sitting right below me. Again, I'm like,
damn.
And I'm like, I was like, is that who? She said, yes, that's Ryan Clark. I mean, say hello, say something. You trying to get fucking noticed. You might want to say something. I mean, and I'm like, this is church. I don't want to say anything. So when you go down the aisle and you turn right and then you turn another right, now you're in the big corridor and everybody is walking through. And my wife is like, say something. I'm like, I didn't want to be here. I don't even want to talk to him. So the first thing out of my mouth, I said, what's up, Ryan? He said, what's up, man? I said, let me ask you a question. Why do you think Patrick Mahomes was outplayed by Jalen Hurts in their first Super Bowl? I watch your take on that. I disagree with you, man. And he looks at me and he's like, really? I say, really? I do. Well, why is that? I said, because let's kick it into context, right? Patrick Mahomes had a high ankle sprain. He was playing injured. He had a touchdown from his defense. He had a touchdown. He had a punt return that got him to the 5. I said, you got all these things that happen. So when you look at his stats, only like 8 passes hit the ground. I said, this guy balled out. But you said that you thought Jalen outplayed him. And he looked at me and he said, man, I never seen it that way.
It's that damn CTE.
He said, I never seen it.
You know what?
I'm like, and then my wife looked at my wife said, he has a podcast. He talks on what's up. And I'm like, I didn't even want to talk about that to him.
Right. You were talking ball.
Man, he just gave me this look. He just gave me this look like, really?
It was a test of the mind to think outside the box. If you can literally see that from there, yeah.
And that's why
it shocks a lot of people.
And that's why I say these people on these shows, when like I said, Steven Smith, I just can't listen to them. Like, and it's a lot of, I'm not gonna lie, some football players do not be knowing what they be talking about half the time. Like they play football, but you listen to them like I'm listening. Sean McCoy was talking to Edelman. And Edelman said something, it just threw me so off. And LeSean McCoy changed the subject so fast because it sound crazy. So like sometimes, bro, every player gonna have a narrative. Every team gonna have a narrative. Every player gonna have a narrative. This is what it is. But at the end of the day, when you want them elite QBs like Mahomes, Josh, stuff like that, you gotta get the job done. Simple as that. Get the job done.
Try to squeeze out.
Simple as that.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Swag, can I ask you a question, Swag?
Go ahead,
quick. Okay, first of all, hey man, Josh Allen is a heck of a quarterback. I'm gonna tell you that. But we all agree that this Buffalo Bills team is not as good completely as the teams he lost with. We're talking about like defense and things like that. So if he gets it done right now, are they going to try to? If he gets it done right now, is it going to be more impressive? Because this team, I feel this team as a whole is not as good as the teams that lost. Or are they going to try to say something because he didn't have to get through some of those guys?
Let me tell you something. It's gonna always be a narrative. The next thing they're gonna say is Buffalo wins it all. The next thing they're gonna say if Buffalo wins it all,
Mahomes wasn't there.
Mahomes wasn't there.
Exactly. And guess what?
Valid narrative, Swag.
You know what I'm gonna say, Swag? And guess what I'm gonna say, eat a dick. I don't care. Got a ring.
I mean, because Swag, do you feel this team is one of his weakest teams? Well, my opinion. I don't know how you feel about that.
Watch this though. I'm gonna tell you something, Rico. I'm gonna take you home with it, right? The year that Jordan came back to basketball, after he had left, he came back.
Right.
And Orlando Magic beat him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And Houston went on to win the championship because Elijah won and them guys were balling out of control.
Yeah.
And everybody said when Houston won, I think this was their second time. They won it the first time and they won it again. And when Houston won, everybody said, well, Jordan won that. Jordan won that. I mean, like, so it's gonna always be a narrative. And I don't be honest with you, I don't think nobody could have stopped Elijah Warren that year. That was just the way.
But nobody talks about Swag. How I'm sorry to cut you off. The Bulls didn't have a winning record really versus Houston and Elijah. I know it's regular season, but if you check out, I know it's just regular season, but if you check the record versus Houston, even when the Bulls did their three-peat, bro, or did around that time, they didn't have a winning record versus Houston and Elijah Warren, bro. But I know it's regular season and playoff is different.
I don't think nobody would have stopped Elijah Warren that year. But I'm just saying that's why people say it. No matter what. Let me tell y'all something. Right. Kansas City won the Super Bowl. They beat the 49ers. The first thing people said was, man, they won, and it's been 50 years since they won. They won't repeat. That's the first thing they said. The next year, the Kansas City Chiefs lose to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's Tampa Bay lose to Tampa Bay. The next year, they lose to Cincinnati in the AFC Championship. And they're still saying, see, we told you that they won't repeat. Soon as the Chiefs repeated, the next narrative was, you won't repeat.
Yeah, they won't repeat.
It's going to be a narrative every single time somebody wins. Every single time. I mean, so if Buffalo, I'm like, hey, if Buffalo wins and they say, well, you ain't beating without Mahomes, who gives a shit? I got a ring.
Yeah.
Gonna be a word down. I'm about to say, when Ben got his first, they said, oh, that was luck. He won't get another one. Then when they won in 08, oh, he won't get a third. Like, god damn, dog. Like,
but they just kept going on and on and on.
I'm not
gonna lie to y'all, and I truly believe this. So do you remember when Dirk Nowitzki got his ring and it like nobody really thought? I just feel like this is about to do the same thing with Josh Allen. I just feel like it's gonna be the same way. It's gonna be like the Dirk Nowitzki thing. What happened to Dirk Nowitzki? He's gonna finally get a ring. With the weakest team we had, this is the most Buffalo Bills. If you're a Bills fan, this is the most Bills shit ever. We can have the best team and lose. We can have the weakest team, so I'll make it all the way. It's a Buffalo Bills karma. It's the curse. I don't know what it is. This is something the Bills do.
Hey,
but
keep that parade for my city, man.
I'm not gonna lie to you, but we win a Super Bowl swag. I'm going to be on your show.
I actually like that. I
keep
like
that parade away from me.
I like that comparison a lot. I really do, because if you think about it, what is it going to be said if Buffalo wins it from Buffalo's side, right? Because you got to think, they've been to it 4 straight times and never won it with Jim Kelly, with Thurman Thomas, with Bruce Smith, and a lot of these are greats. These are great
in sales too, but
they did, and the only Super Bowl, truthfully, they would have been able to win was that one against the Giants. And they lost to Hostetler.
Hey, what happened?
And a great defense.
Oh, I wasn't live.
What was the last play of the game?
That kicker couldn't kick the damn ball.
Can someone refresh my memory on the last play?
I wasn't live.
They missed the field goal, but
they missed the field gole. Oh,
they should have gave Thurman Thomas the ball like at least 20, 30 times that game.
I agree with that too. Yeah.
I'm gonna say you're right, Jake. That was a great analogy. That was a great comparison. That really was. I'm gonna say this though. I'm gonna say it's gonna always be a narrative around when people win or people lose. It's the only way people can cope with things. They can cope. I mean, like they can cope with things. But the truth of the matter is, nobody remembers anything but a champion when it comes to they're not gonna remember in 10 years. Ain't nobody gonna say, "Hey, Josh won one, but Mahomes wasn't there." Nobody ain't gonna remember that shit because you know what? Mahomes has his own legacy. Everybody has. I mean, I Coach Conlon remember this. I know, Jake, you may even remember this. I know a lot of you guys remember this. 1984, the 49ers getting ready to play the Miami Dolphins. Mm-hmm. And the Miami Dolphins had the best offense in the league. Forget about it. They outscore everybody. Dan Marino was throwing a humming touchdown. I think Dan Marino threw like almost 49 or some touchdowns or something like it was crazy. Yeah. No way.
48.
No way. And Bill Walsh went in the locker room and said, hey, they got the best offense in the league. We already lost. I don't even know why we're going on the field. I mean, I don't know why. And it's so funny because you can catch Randy Cross on NFL films. After the 49ers beat the Miami Dolphins, saying they came to see an offense, wrong one showed up. It's always going to be a narrative around a team, no matter what.
And you remember John Madden, what he said in the fourth quarter of that Super Bowl? He said that's when John Madden said, now remember, they were praising the shit out of Marino on that offense, right? They were praising the shit out of them that year. And then in that fourth quarter, I'll never forget, John Madden said, it's too easy to beat a one-sided offense. You gotta have both sides. But John, that ain't what the fuck you said 3 weeks ago when Dan
you was kissing Marino ass.
That ain't what you said 3 weeks ago, though, John. You ain't said that 3 weeks ago, John. You said Marino was lights out. We ain't never seen nothing like it. Don Shula had the best offense of all time. Nobody can stop him. And now you're telling me it's too easy to stop a one-sided offense.
Hey, Coach.
I think the NFL want to see Josh Allen win.
Madden had a love affair with Brett Favre too, so you can't take too much from Mr. Madden. Rest in peace, but he had a love affair with Brett Favre too.
Listen. I love John Madden and Pat Summerall. They're probably one of the best duos to ever call a game in history. But I was just equating what Swag was saying. There's always going to be a narrative, dog. There's always going to be a narrative.
I got a question for Coach and Swag now. So John Madden, right? So what would y'all rank him as coaching wise? I feel like a lot of people in the old coach, back in the day, coaches don't get talked about a lot. It's always Andy Reid and them and stuff. Bill Belichick. What coaches do y'all think back in the day would still be top five? Not top five, but top coaches.
Tom Landry.
John Madden would probably go into the pioneer because John Madden had was a bunch of thugs. I mean, they were all bad.
Yes. Yeah. And there was nobody better that could have.
Hey, yo, you saw the movie The Longest Yard? You saw the movie The Longest Yard? They were the Oakland Raiders. They just weren't behind bars.
What about Bill Walsh? What about Bill Walsh?
There's going to be a movie about it. I can't wait for that to fucking
I can't wait either.
You said about Bill Walsh.
Yeah, that's gonna be amazing.
Bill Walsh is the reason why I don't let anybody say I will light your ass up if you say anybody is a mastermind and it don't lead with Bill Walsh.
Thank you, Coach. Agree. The man literally invented the whole offense.
Listen, that same thing as Tom Landry. That same thing as Tom Landry.
Tom Landry on the defensive side, especially the defensive side.
Absolutely. Y'all listen. The reason y'all have a shotgun is because of Tom Landry.
Tom Landry.
Yeah.
So
Tom Landry invented that. Yeah.
That's why when I hear people say stuff like that, I know you don't know anything about the history of football. You don't know anything because what Bill Walsh did, y'all understand something. Just think about how much of a genius you got to be to be in a football game against what everybody considered America's team. And the Dallas Cowboys always had one of the best defenses in football, always for years. And you go into that game, and the game is on the line, and you got Montana as your quarterback, and you look at Montana and say, we're going to run the ball. We're going to run it. You're going to do what? Hold on. You see, this is the catch, the drive. That drive down for the catch, that's what he did.
Yeah.
It wasn't Montana. It was Earl fucking Cooper. Just hand the ball off to him 20 yards down the field. 15 yards. Why? Because Dallas had 6 defensive backs. And Bill Walsh seen it and was like, oh, I'm going to run it. That's genius to me. I don't care what. Just go back and watch the game.
Hey, y'all. And now you know what's so funny? And this is what's so funny about that, Swag. Because now, fast forward to the Super Bowl, right? The Bengals defensive coordinator saw what they did in the drive. They saw what they did to get to the catch, right? So now, you know what he did? So now, Bill Walsh says, yo, John, Now it's your turn. We ain't gonna run the ball, John. Now, John, now you do your thing. Now you do your thing, John. So now the motherfucking Bengals stack the box, thinking they're about to do the same thing they did to the Cowboys and run all the way down the field. And Joe Montana lit their ass up 10 yards, 5 yards, 5 yards, 10 yards, 10 yards, 5 yards, 5 yards, 10, all the way down the field.
It was frustrating. It was such a mastermind. Like it was like unbelievable. I'm going to, you know what, Montana, you suck. Give me Steve Young. Let him start.
Mm-hmm.
I need to get Montana going because this son is sucking right now. Steve Young, you know what? You starting quarterback now. What? And the whole team is like, what? What are you talking about? Like, no, he's the starting quarterback right now.
Oh, I got a quick question.
What people don't remember is Swag, and I always try. What people don't remember is Montana got hurt. Steve Young came in and started balling. What people don't remember is Montana telling George Seifert, "Nah, I don't want to mess up the rhythm of the team. Let him start. Keep him starting." He told Seifert, "Let him keep starting, dog. I don't want to mess up the rhythm of the team," because they was balling at the time. So he didn't want to mess up the rhythm of the team. Because, you know, Seifert was still an old school minded coach. You don't lose your job because of an injury. So when Joe Montana got healthy, he was going to be starter again. But Joe Montana told Seifert, "Nah, dog. Right now, y'all balling. I'm not going to mess that up. I'm going to sit right here, and I'm going to hold the clipboard, and I'll help the young boy out.
And I'm going to help the young.
That's a leader. That's a real leader right there, boy. That's a leader right there.
That's a leader. That's what I mean by leading.
So that's why when y'all say, when anybody out hear me go off on somebody, they say somebody's a mastermind other than Bill Walsh, the reason why I'm going off on them, like Coach Coleman always says, look at the goddamn coaching tree. Look at the tree. It's disgusting. I mean, like, I don't even, I lost count. I lost count.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's like that the whole system is still in the NFL today. Like, I mean, like, it all came
and
from
still
him.
winning with it, Swag. And still winning Super Bowls and shit with it.
But what's funny
That's
is
crazy.
that there's different styles as well, which still reverts to the same things, right?
Yes.
Because we grew up watching with like Chuck Noll and Bill Walsh and Tom Landry and many of them, right? So you had like the coaches that were the innovators, the masterminds, and all the rest of it, right? You have those coaches. You even have the grit grinding coaches. Like, for instance, what was it like watching those Joe Gibbs teams in Washington? Like, because they were gritty. They had a hell of a culture.
They were so
especially when you had Doug Williams there and he's slinging it. And I'm like, man, Washington, nobody even pays attention with how they develop as an entire organization. Because I was like, if Joe Gibbs ain't there, totally different. You would not even hear about Washington that way.
Hey, Jake, you said that, man. That brought back a nasty memory, dude. My little brother hated football, right? So he would get mad at me because I would be watching football and he wanted to go outside and play, right?
Yep.
So he would come in the room and he would say, "Now this is Joe Gibbs when Riggins and they had the counter tray and nobody couldn't stop it, right?"
Right.
And he would get mad at me, and he would get so mad at me. He would come in the room. He was like, "Why are you watching that game? I want to go play." And I'd be like, "No, man, I want to watch this game. I love football."
Yep.
So he would get in my ear, and this is what he would do: "Whoa, whoa, crank up that diesel. Whoa, whoa." He gonna truck it, right? He would do it so much, and my mom would say, "Don't hurt him, don't hurt him," because it would make me so mad. But man, if you guys don't understand, if you don't want to see the counter trade and how it worked, just go watch the Redskins because they did it to perfection.
Oh, they did. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, it was to perfection, and you knew it was coming, and you just couldn't stop it. You can't do nothing about it.
Patriots.
I mean, so. But guys, look, it's 11:12 now. We can go around memory lane again. I hope y'all enjoyed the show today. Thank you, Nine Move Podcast. They produce the Swag Show. They help me out with a lot of different things. And if y'all want to go do some all day long. Now Move podcast will be on, right? And there's other guys. Jake has a great show. Let me tell y'all something. Jake has a great show. If y'all get a chance, swing over there and watch Jake do his thing, because he does do his thing. He's still a little disappointed by the charges, but he still do his thing. Like so.
Yeah. Sir.
I mean, but
Hey, Jake, my fault, Swag. Jake is actually he's a non-biased speaker, which I love to watch it because he's actually speaks non-biasedly about the teams, and that's really what I like too.
Yeah,
And what's best about
Jake was
that
taking a hiatus.
Oh, stop!
I thought Jake was taking a hiatus while he was in Cancun with me. I thought he was gonna be in Cancun together.
Coach. Listen, everybody has to realize, including you too, JB. Okay, for respective purposes. just because my team at heart loses and have to cope with it, does not mean that the all sports show is done. It never stops. Never stops. Because on top of that,
I just thought you was taking a 2-week hiatus.
All right, Swag, we'll see you, brother.
Like I said,
Swag,
what prevented that? That prevented the way it prevented that was Greg Roman getting fired. That's
I'm gonna tell y'all something. There's a lot of good shows out there for all the audience that is still watching. Jake is one of them. Not Move Podcast got a lot of different shows. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, go watch these guys because I don't come on but once a day. I don't see that changing. Not yet anyway. Because like my wife say, we got to make money. It is what it is. So therefore, I have to do that. But other than that, those are shows that come on all the time, man. Go watch these shows. I actually come up on the panel. I mean, you got Tim. What's going on? I'm sorry, man. I was getting ready to get off. I was trying to tell you, but I know you want to say something.
Well, yeah, I was chiming in on the coaching tree. I mean, I'm not going to go deep into it, but that's a fun trivia question for all these guys up here. If you ever want to stump somebody without a phone, who's the only coach that has 3 Super Bowl rings with 3 different quarterbacks? You already touched base.
Joe Gibbs. It's Joe Gibbs. Joe Gibbs. He did with Theismann, Doug Williams, and Mark Rippon.
Yeah, Joe Gibbs.
You got it. But it's a fun trivia question. I was just chiming in. It's all good.
I mean,
hey, man, we got Buck Nation, man. We got Channel, man. We got a lot of guys out there.
I was just gonna say, you got Bucks Nation. You got all these different shows, man. There's a lot of shows you can go to. But other than that, I'll see you guys at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. I hope.
This non-casual podcast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or reused without the authorized written consent of the Not Move Podcast Network. Thank you, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.